Hidden gem you've never heard of. Huacachina, Peru. There is a place in Peru that doesn't appear on most travel plans. No famous ruins, no crowded landmarks, just an oasis, real, silent, and surrounded by endless desert. Some say it shouldn't exist at all. Others say it was never meant to be found. This is Huacachina, a mirage that forgot to disappear. It waits quietly, untouched by time, yet impossible to ignore once seen. Stay with me, because once you glimpse it, the desert will never feel the same. Where the desert breaks its own rules. Deserts are supposed to be empty. Huacachina is not. Hidden in southern Peru, just a few hours from Lima, it feels worlds away. Endless dunes ripple across the horizon, sculpted by wind into towering curves that glow gold at sunrise and burn fiery orange at sunset. At the heart of this sea of sand water, a small lagoon sits calm, ringed by swaying palms, lush greenery, and weathered buildings. The contrast is so sharp it feels almost unreal, like a movie set planted in the wrong world. Yet it is real. And that's what makes it magical and unsettling. The desert obeys its rules here, yet somehow defies them. The legend that refuses to die. Every place like this carries a story, and this one whispers. Legend tells of a beautiful Inca princess, heartbroken, fleeing into the desert. Her mirror fell and became the lagoon. When she looked back, she transformed into a mermaid, forever guarding the oasis. You don't need to believe it to feel its presence. At night, when the wind softens and the dunes erase sound, Huacachina feels alive. Patient, watching, every footprint, every whispered secret, every visitor. Recorded in sand, remembered by wind. It is a place of memory, stillness, and mystery. Why most people have never heard of it. Because it doesn't fit Peru's story. Travelers think of Machu Picchu, towering Andes, and mist-shrouded ruins. Huacachina doesn't belong. It's not monumental. It doesn't demand attention. It simply exists, a fragile oasis amid rolling sand. From above, it looks surreal. From ground level, intimate. Its subtlety keeps it overlooked, a secret hidden in plain sight. Arriving feels like discovering a mirage. You don't approach Huacachina, it emerges. The desert road stretches endless, flat, unforgiving. And then the dunes drop away. Emerald palms reflect in a still lagoon. Huacachina appears, a jewel set in a desert sea of gold. The oasis doesn't welcome crowds. It feels small, enclosed, protective. Even instinctively, your voice drops. Here, quiet isn't courtesy, it is survival. The dunes, beauty with teeth. These aren't gentle sands, they dominate the horizon. Dunes rise higher than buildings, slopes steep and relentless. Every step sinks, every breath burns. Climb to the summit, and the silence is heavier than the climb itself. From above, the oasis looks impossibly small, a single breath of green in an endless ocean of sand. The desert teaches perspective, fragility, humility in the face of vastness. Wind sculpts the sand relentlessly, shifting ridges into new shapes while erasing footprints. The dunes are alive, moving slowly under the sun, and yet they wait patiently for anyone daring enough to climb them. Sunset, when the desert decides to perform. This is when Huacachina shows its soul. Sunlight spills across dunes. Gold turns copper. Copper deepens to crimson. Shadows stretch impossibly long, carving the desert into sharp relief. The lagoon mirrors the sky, fracturing light across ripples. Palm trees stand like silent sentinels, bending only to the wind. Time slows. Phones lower. People stop talking. Huacachina impresses not through scale, but contrast. Stillness and motion. Light and shadow. Silence and presence. Every subtle change in the wind, every ripple across water becomes a performance. You can almost hear the dunes exhale. A soft sigh carried across the desert floor. Sand AN speed, the desert's other face. Stillness isn't the only language here. By day, the dunes roar. Sandboarders carve through steep slopes. Dune buggies climb impossible ridges, engines echoing like thunder across a golden plain. The thrill is intoxicating, yet the desert remains in control. Tracks vanish. Noise fades. Moments of excitement are ephemeral. Huacachina teaches impermanence. Even joy is temporary. Sand swirls in the wake of movement, particles suspended in the air like golden dust. The wind carries them across the dunes, erasing evidence that anything ever happened. Nightfall, when the oasis feels ancient. After sunset, Huacachina rests again. Lights softly reflect off the lagoon. Dunes become massive silhouettes beneath a canopy of stars. No traffic, no city hum, just wind brushing grain by grain across sand. Here, the place feels older than time. Emotionally, not historically. Humans come and go. The desert endures, unchanged, unbothered, eternal. The stars reflect in the lagoon like spilled diamonds. Shadows of palms stretch across sand like ghostly fingers. The world feels suspended, as though the desert itself paused to breathe. The silence that speaks. Silence here is not emptiness. It is presence. Every sound is amplified. The distant rustle of a palm leaf, a shifting dune, a far-off call of desert wildlife. Your own breathing seems loud, your steps purposeful. Every movement has weight. Huacachina does not accommodate noise. It demands awareness, attention, and reverence. The fragility you can feel. This oasis survives, barely. Its existence depends on underground water, careful conservation, and balance. Overuse, tourism, climate stress, all threaten it. Standing here, fragility is emotional. This isn't a monument carved in stone. It's alive, easily disrupted, easily lost. Every glance is a privilege. Every step, a silent responsibility. Why Huacachina isn't a checklist destination? You don't do Huacachina, you experience it. No must-see lists, no strict itineraries. Walk the lagoon, climb dunes without aim. Watch shadows shift. Light fracture across water. Huacachina rewards presence, not planning. It asks only that you notice, truly notice. Sit at the water's edge, let the desert wind brush your face. Observe the ripples across the lagoon. Watch the dunes change color with every passing moment. How it lingers after you leave. Long after the sand disappears, the feeling remains. People don't remember Huacachina for what they did, they remember how it felt. The silence, the contrast, the realization that beauty exists without permission. Once you leave, cities feel louder, landscapes busier, stillness rarer. The lagoon reflects the sky like a fragile painting. Footsteps echo softly. Colors shift constantly, reminding you nothing stays fixed. Huacachina remains a whisper in memory, a reminder that beauty demands respect. Huacachina is not Peru's most famous place. That is its strength. It survives because it doesn't compete. It endures because it doesn't explain itself. In a world obsessed with discovery, Huacachina is better. A place to stumble upon, not search for. A place that asks for patience, humility, and attention. It is an oasis of wonder, fragile, fleeting, unforgettable. If this journey into one of the world's most unexpected oases kept you watching, support the channel with a like. Subscribe for cinematic travel stories that uncover places most people never think to look for. No crowds, no cliques, just the world, quietly revealing itself. I'll see you in the next journey.